The best leader works to make even better leaders.
I see the fighter, I see the leader in you. I want to see it come true, but you've got to make it through. I see the fighter, I see the winner in you. I want to see it come true, but you've got to make it through. Just be faithful.
What's up, great people, and welcome to another episode of the Fave Effect Podcast, where you know it's your boy Fave, and I'm just here to live a purpose-driven life and teach everyone how to live on purpose through interviews, through conversations, through real talk. And today I am joined by one of my favorite it girls. She is out here killing it in the content creator world. And today's topic, I wanted to really dive into content creating because I feel like a lot of us have that urge to do that, to get out there and put our life out there and record things. But I think people not really realizing how mentally draining it can be, how, financially draining it can be, and how a lot of people take it seriously. And it's not just something you just wake up one day and decide to do. So we're going to really get into someone who's been doing it for years now, who's kind of mastered her own style of doing it. And the good, the bad, the ugly. She's going to talk about the things that she's done good, the things that she regrets, the things that, we think about when we're actually opening our lives up to the social media realm, because it can really swallow you if you allow it to. Yes. So I'm excited to introduce none other than Miss Trinity Anaya. She is at Trinity Anaya on all social media platforms. And she's going to give you a little bit more about herself, what her brand is, and what she does as a social media creator. So here we are, none other than Miss Trinity Anaya.
Hi, everyone. My name is Trinity Anaya. I'm a Spelman graduate, comparative women's studies major on the pre-nursing track from Dallas, Texas. I've been creating content since I was in high school. What motivated me to start making content was just seeing people on social media, because I was a YouTube girly. I loved going on YouTube and just seeing what different girls were doing and just, living that kind of lifestyle. And I was also the only child. So seeing that on social media, I'm like, yeah, that I gotta find a way to get there, because I'm also the only child and I had so much free time. So I was always in my room just figuring out, okay, what can I do to make my own money? Because when I first got my first job, that check wasn't enough. I said, oh, this ain't gonna cut it. This check ain't finna fund the lifestyle that I want for myself. So I'm going to find a way to make that happen for myself if nobody else does. So I picked up my iPhone because at that time I couldn't afford a high quality camera. So I used my iPhone and I got on YouTube and started just recording like my day-to-day life, just getting ready for school. Come with me to get ready for my first day of junior year of high school. And my very first YouTube video actually blew up. And I was like, wow. Yeah, I was just in shock because I didn't realize people really cared about seeing what I wanted to do, or just seeing what I was doing in my day-to-day life. And so once I seen that, it came to my mind, like, when God gives you the ball, you need to ball.
Come on.
So as soon as I see my first video blow up, I said, oh yeah, this is my time to be consistent. This is my time to actually pour into something that I love to do. So my first YouTube video, posted it next week, posted it. I had a schedule. So like every single day I would set out time to record and then also edit. But then I was also in high school. So I had to set out time to do homework, to study, to make sure things were still going correctly with my studies before, pour my all into YouTube. So I really had to maintain a level of consistency, just being, just having like a schedule in high school. So I had to maintain that very early in my lifestyle. So when it was time for me to go to college, everything was a little bit more smoother. But yeah, that's kind of like my way I got into content as, young girl.
Also, you started in high school, so you were, when you got to college, you kind of already had your own thing going on.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of times people go to college to find themselves. We say we're going to college to find ourselves. And so when you got to college, knowing that you were already kind of like in your content bag, how did you balance that, that level of focus on that, but also enjoying college and reaping the benefits of being at the number one HBCU in the world? So how did you balance those two
Yeah, I
worlds?
would say it was like a hard transition because Spelman is just a huge school, and I couldn't just record everything that I wanted to record because also it's so private. So it's like some things you can't put on social media. So it was times where I just couldn't record, and it was times that I actually had to go without my camera, go without my phone, and actually sit
Mm.
at school and actually pay attention to what's going on. So I had to actually create a schedule and figure out, okay, what days am I actually going to record? What days am I going to edit? And it was just a lot. It definitely was a lot, but it really was just it was really just me trying to figure out when and where to do different things and how I can manage that.
Okay, okay. So my next question is like, people see the followers, people see, all these followers you got, all the content, the brand deals. But what is it something people don't know
Hmm.
that really goes on
Behind the
behind the
scenes,
scenes to get to a brand deal or to get to a area where you're consistent with like the revenue of it all?
yeah,
What is something people don't know about a content creator that people think it's like, oh, they just get all these different things
yeah, no,
afforded to them?
yeah, it's definitely not all peaches and cream that it looks like on social media. When I first started, brands wasn't just reaching out to me. I actually had to do the work and actually take my time and pitch myself to these brands.
Okay.
So I had to find out who were their marketing team, who is behind these social media pages, who are the people behind the deals. So I had to actually get on my laptop and figure out where can I find these emails, how can I contact them, even on LinkedIn. Like there's so many different revenues and different outlets you can find to reach out to people because they're just not going to find you. You actually have to put yourself out there. It is going to be hard, but once you figure out when and what time you're going to figure out to contact these people, like you have to consistently do that.
So with those with brands, I guess reaching out, do the number of followers matter, or
Hmm.
do they look at the quality of the content?
Yeah. I think before followers did matter, but now since everyone is creating such high quality content, anybody can get a brand deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it don't matter how many followers you got. As long as you're consistently putting out quality content, the brands are going to look for that. And yeah, followers used to be a factor, but now it really depends on your engagement. Is your audience engaging with your
I think
content?
you have a consistent
Yeah,
audience.
are you having conversations with your audience? Are you actually talking to them because that matters and they need to see that you have a community behind your page so when they do give you like a product to promote they know that your community is going to buy it or
Mhm.
they're going to support you no matter what.
And I've noticed, I'm doing my research, looking at your social media platforms. I've noticed that you did something with one of the brands where you took your friends.
Hmm.
What brand was that you were working with?
Savage X50.
Savage. Yeah, and you took your friends on this like excursion where
Hmm.
y'all went and got dressed and went out to this all those things.
Hmm.
And a lot of times, people will say like, well, once you get there,
Yeah.
hold on to your spot because
Yeah.
people and you had pretty girls, with you on this
Hmm.
trip. So what is it? What is it about you that you feel like that you still remain like it's this girl's girl in terms of you had this opportunity
Yeah.
and you could have did it alone.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what made you be like, I want my friends to experience this,
Yeah.
and what makes you continue to like bring people along the
Yeah.
ride with you?
Yeah. My main thing is when I make it big or when I do something big, I have to bring my people along. Like I have to show them like it's possible. Like even me, like I was just a little girl just posting on YouTube and then all of a sudden brands just started, coming to me. And I realized that a lot of people around me have these same goals. So it's like it's only right that I bring them along and I'm connecting these to the people that are connected to
Mhm.
me and just pouring into them because they're pouring into me at the end of the day. Like these are people I talk to. These are people who I actually see are putting in the work. So it's only right for me to bring them along. Like even my hairstylist. Like my hairstylist been doing my hair since I was a freshman in college. And when Sacred, that's Beyonce's
Mhm.
hair care brand. When Sacred reached out to me, I'm like, I'm bringing my hairstylist. My hairstylist
Knows my hair, yeah.
uses yeah she knows my hair. She uses the Beyonce's products. So it's only right that I bring her along the way and have her meet the team and the marketing team and just build that connection because it's you can literally get so many things
Yeah.
just by having connections. Like you don't even really gotta apply to different things. Like as long as you
Yeah.
have a connection with somebody on that team, it's 9 times out of 10 you gonna get it.
And that's what I think a lot of people don't realize. Like all of this is connections. All of
Yeah.
this is the relationships you build. And I hate to see sometimes people ruin relationships before they can really get going and doing
Mhm.
something. But that's one thing I think that is very important in just anything that you do is really be serious about the relationships you create, the bonds you create.
Mhm.
And what would you say is important about relationship building in the content world? Because
Yeah.
it can be a doggy world. Like it can be a
Mhm.
very hard world to break
Yeah.
into, and then once you break into it, you feel like you got to keep your spot. So
Mhm.
what do you feel has been beneficial about connecting with other people that's doing content?
Yeah. So I actually have gained like a good community of content creators as friends this year. I didn't really have many content
Hmm.
creators in college because I just didn't have that community around me. But once I graduated from college and I was actually, going to different events in Atlanta and just networking with different people, it's so much better just being in a space where people knows what is happening, knows about the content, knows how important it is, and they see the work that you put in, so they might even create their own event and they're inviting you to things. So it's like it's very important that you're being genuine to these people and you're actually building an authentic connection because at the end of the day,
Yeah,
they're most likely going to talk about you in rooms that you're not in, and so it's
facts.
just important that you're just being genuine with people because you never know who talking about you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And David, I feel that it's so crazy. When I first met you, I met you, at an event. So
Mhm.
it wasn't a really long conversation. But when I had the chance to meet you, connect with you again, I think I was more so impressed with how personable you were.
Uh-huh.
Like, because, people see your videos and you look like so well put together. And so I'm like, oh, she's just such a like normal girl. Like,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of people don't expect that sometimes when they see
Mhm.
somebody on social media.
Yeah.
And also with men's mental health month just ending,
Mhm.
that's just been a real big topic in my world lately.
Yeah.
So just when it comes to content creating that mental health piece, how are you
This is deep.
balancing that mental health piece? Because what happens on the mornings that you
Yeah.
that you
Don't
say like, I
wanna.
don't want to do this,
Yeah.
I don't want to record, I don't want
Yeah.
to pick up my camera,
Yeah.
but that camera is connected to your income. That camera is connected to
Exactly.
so many different things.
Yeah.
So what goes to your mind when you are going through that process mentally, and
Mhm.
how do you get through that and
Yeah.
continue to do this content when you don't feel like I'm not my best today? I don't want to. I don't feel like being
Yeah.
in front of the camera today.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's so funny because when I was in school, like at Spelman College, there was times where I deleted my social media.
Wow.
Yeah, I deactivated it. All my friends texted me, my mom texted me was like, Trinity, oh my gosh, are you okay? Like I was done. Because it was just a lot on my plate because I just felt like I was just pouring into everybody else. But like I was
Yeah.
just leaving myself just,
Empty,
empty.
depleted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like I
feel it.
poured my all into everybody else.
Yeah.
Just being a people pleaser, just making sure everybody else was good except myself. So I made a promise to myself that I was going to find ways to pour back into myself as much as possible. So just doing different things that I like to do, or just turning my phone off and just sitting with myself and actually just thinking like, what is my purpose with this? What am I
Yeah.
trying to do? What is going to help me continue to post? What is going to help me continue to drive and like continue my drive for this? Like, what is my reason for this? So it's like it really had to come to me journaling, me creating a planner, me trying to just write out everything that I'm thinking and just trying to find what my purpose is behind all of this. So I had to find hobbies, just
Yeah.
find different ways to escape.
Outside of
Yeah, because like once you're recording every single day, it's like, okay, girl, this is a lot. So like I genuinely just be having to get off my phone, get off social media, and just sit for a second because it can get overwhelming. And yeah, like it's just a lot because if like sometimes you just have to perform,
mhm,
and I just didn't like having to do that.
performing.
Like I
Yeah.
just wanted to just be comfortable. I just wanted to be comfortable and not have to perform as much. So, like when you had said, like my posting schedule and
Mhm.
everything, yeah. So I post in a way that I don't stress myself out because I know how I get overwhelmed quick. So I literally have to figure out a way to post consistently, but not to the point where I'm about to lose my mind or it's gonna get bad. But
Facts. I
yeah,
feel it. I feel it.
I just think when you are creating content, you just have to make time for yourself because at the end of the day, this job is for other people. Like it's like you're having to take energy from yourself and give it to
Yeah.
everybody. So it's like you have to make time for yourself or you're going to get lost.
So another question I wanted to ask you, when you
Mhm.
spoke about purpose earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to talk about the purpose of this. Do you feel like your consecrating is a part of your purpose,
Mm-hmm.
or do you feel like it's just a job?
Yeah.
How do you feel when it comes to consecrating? You said you've been doing
Yeah.
this since high school,
Mm-hmm.
so that's a long time. That's at least 8 years.
Yes.
So do you feel like this is a job you do, or do you feel like there's some kind of purpose
Yeah.
that's pulling you to this work?
Yes. So my purpose literally came from when I saw so many girls just being intrigued with like my journey, like being the only child and moving from Dallas, Texas to Atlanta, and then also pursuing content creation and going to the White House, going to Capitol Hill, and just doing all these big things. And so I realized like my purpose is to show these young girls all over the world that it is possible. It is
Yeah.
possible to be in these rooms. It's possible to come from a small town and going to these different places, being invited to these big events and all of these things, and making this kind of money at such a young age is very possible. Because I see so many girls who are grinding and
Yeah.
are like trying to figure out a way out, and like it's very possible. So I knew from that moment when I seen so many girls just always so excited to meet me, I was just so excited to have a conversation with me. I was like, oh yeah, this
More
is
than
my
me.
purpose. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is bigger than me, and every day is like I'm figuring out another way to inspire them. So it's an ongoing journey, like for
Yeah.
sure. Like my story is far from over.
Facts. I can definitely agree with you with that. Also, I wanted to push the limit a little more when it comes to we have the people that you say you inspire these young girls. You have all these people that look up to you or look at you as someone that's doing great things in this space. But what about the haters?
Yeah.
What about those people? How do you deal with comments that you don't really necessarily like, or DMs that you don't like? How do you deal with the pressure to put on a smiling face when somebody's hating on you, or somebody's dislikes what you said, or somebody says like, "Oh, I don't think she's good," or what is this about? What do you do then? How do you press
Yeah.
past that?
So haters actually make my day. Like I'm actually so excited that you decided.
Come on, make my day.
I'm actually so excited that you decided to comment and like say something crazy, because now I'm going to post even more. Like haters are genuinely motivators. Like I actually enjoy the hate comments because it doesn't faze me at all, because I know who I am as a person. I know what my purpose is and what I'm here to do. So you commenting is not going to affect me. It's actually going to make me work even harder. So thank you. Keep commenting. I actually love the haters.
Awesome. Shout out to all the haters out there in the
Shout
world.
out all the haters.
You make us great.
Yes.
Speaking of, like, I want to go back to you being in college, because being at HBCU, I graduated from
Yes.
HBCU as well, and being
Mhm.
at HBCU, being at the AUC, it's pressure with just that alone, outside of what you're doing to to benefit your life and benefit yourself. So how did you deal with the pressure that comes with being at HBCU, the pressure that comes with being at the Spelman College, and you're supposed to look a certain way, act a certain way, and be a certain way, but you come in with this big personality that's like, hey, this girly girl, this like into the new things that's going on, the hair, makeup. How did you find your space at Spelman?
Yeah.
Being that you already had kind of like a focus on what you had going on, but you still wanted to enjoy that life and enjoy that setting. How did you find your space at Spelman, with being a content creator in a space where they try to tell you how to be?
Exactly. Yeah. So when I first came in, I automatically knew that everybody wasn't going to like me. Everybody wasn't going to like appreciate what I do on social media, or even accept it. So I had already came into the headspace like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to work even harder to even be accepted in these spaces, because they're already looking at me like, oh yeah, she already got it on. So we ain't finna let her do this and that. So it was like
freshman, especially being a freshman too.
Yeah. So it was like I had to work 10 times harder. I had to build genuine connections. It was also hard because some people will only try to speak to you or talk to you because of your platform. So I had to discernment. I had to figure out who was actually going to be there for me and who was just there just to, be in the mix. So it had to come to a point where I was just like, okay, I need to figure out who are going to be my genuine friends and who is going to not be my kind of people. So I had my best friend Josephina. She was my best friend.
Shout out Josephina.
Yes. We both lived in HH dorm room, and she was like my safe space. Like anytime I had like any kind of thoughts or anything that was going on, I went to her, and she like also helped me build like my friendships around campus as well, because she knew a lot of people, and she know like I was shy coming into Spelman. Like I was just very cautious on who I
Yeah.
wanted to speak to, so she kind of brought that out of me and made me feel as comfortable as possible. But when I got on campus, I joined like different clubs and stuff. Like for example, Spelman Women in Hip Hop. They bring like different music artists and content creators on
Mhm.
campus and stuff like that. So that was a space where I got to be creative and just meet with people who understood what I was doing. And then also since I was a nursing major, pre-nursing major, I joined the nursing club. So I found comfort in that as well.
Mhm.
So I really had to find spaces on campus that I felt like at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was just hard to navigate just being in a whole different environment, and people are looking at you like
How did you accept those spaces that said no to you, that pushed you away, or that didn't like the girl that you were?
yeah.
How did you come to how did you come to a space of peace with, okay, these not our
Yeah.
people?
Yeah, I mean, I just really just had to think about like what my purpose was. I just knew like clearly my purpose was bigger than that organization or that community. But I really just had to like pour back into myself and just understand like Trinity, this doesn't define you.
Yeah.
Like you're way bigger than this, and this is just gonna make you work even harder. So these different organizations that said no, they just motivated me to work even harder.
Yeah. Yeah, let's transition now to a topic that has been very popular in the content world, but it's actually not content creating. It's a form of content creating, and a lot of people have been confused about it. So I'm excited to talk to you about this. Streamer University.
Yeah.
So we live in Atlanta, so you already know that we were able to see firsthand how this in person audition went left.
Yeah.
And but we also saw a lot of videos being posted of people auditioning for Stream University. And so me and one of my when my homeboys was talking about it, and we were kind of perplexed that it was so many people that we knew that were putting these videos together, but we didn't know them as streamers. And so we were like, so is it streaming that he's looking for, or is it like just content creators or people that just
Yeah.
want to be famous in the content world?
Yeah.
Because it was just a lot of people that hadn't streamed,
Yeah.
and we were just trying to figure out like how
Yeah.
is this, connected to you, and is this something that he's going to choose? So
Yeah.
what do you know about Streaming University, and
Yeah.
what was your take on seeing all these content creators audition for Streaming University? And my last question, a little messy, just a little bit. Why didn't you try for Streaming University?
Okay. So what I know about Streaming University is it's Casanet for one, and he is creating like a whole group of upcoming streamers or streamers who have consistently built a platform who actually want to grow their platform and build a connection with other streamers. And when I seen people creating their videos and stuff, I was just taken aback because I'm like, he's looking for like consistent streamers. He's looking for people
yeah.
who's actually have an account on like Twitch, or I think there's other streaming platforms. I don't know, but like Twitch, for example, he's looking for creators who are actually posting on there. So
you're not a streamer.
yeah, I'm not a streamer. So like you're posting a promo video to stream when you don't stream. He's looking for people who
And that's what we were talking about. I was like, I know I'm not tripping, and
Yeah.
I definitely never want to be considered look like I'm hating on somebody,
no.
because I support whatever you
It's just,
got
I think
going
people
on.
are missing what's actually happening. Like content creators, you actually have to post. Like you can't just post one thing and you just blow up overnight. Like that's not. No, people have to understand who you are, what are you doing. Like you actually have to have a story behind you, because you just post them randomly a promo video. People are like, oh, I didn't even know
You did this.
Like, and then even Casanat, if he looks at your video, he's gonna be like, you don't even stream. What are we doing? Like, yeah.
All right. I got one more question for you, Trinity, before we go into my next segment. Money. So a lot of people think that you get these followers, you get this paper, you get all these videos, and the money just start rolling in. What is the biggest misconception about social media content and money that people have when it comes to like doing content creating?
I think people think that you can just post 2-3 times and that's it. And you just gonna get money. No, like you actually have to find like find different ways to make money from it. You can't just have one like source of income. So like with me, I have at least like four,
Yeah.
five,
I'm
four or
not,
five
come
sources of
on.
income because it comes from like affiliate links. My Instagram is monetized. My YouTube is monetized. My TikTok is monetized, and I also get brand deals on top of
And so the
these
brand deal is
pages.
not has nothing to do with the platform.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
so
the
if
brands are coming
Creed
from
looked
the
out
outside, coming
reached
on.
out to you, they pay
Yeah,
you
they
separately
pay me
from
separately to
from
post on my page. So it's like I think people think you just sign up on these platforms and you're gonna get money. No, like you actually have to find different ways to make money.
how long did
Make
it,
money to make money.
how long did it take you to get that your first like where you was like, okay.
Woo! Like what
Like
you mean?
like so you said high school. How long
Yeah.
did it take you to get a check where you felt like, okay, I can like do something with this?
Um, I think it was. I mean, because I was making good money in high school, but like my first big check,
Mhm.
like my first 5 figures was I think sophomore year of college.
College.
Yeah, or freshman year. Yeah, it was a big brand deal. I had worked with a big brand and when I seen that number, I was like, woo,
Come on, Brian.
woo. I'm like, oh my goodness, because these brands have money. And if they see like what kind of content that you make and they see that it aligns with the mission that they're trying to put out, they're gonna pay you big money. Like it's so much money in this
Yeah.
industry, and it's just like you have to have the right people behind you. So like when I got into college, I started off not being in an agency, but then like my sophomore year of college, I got an agency. So like agencies, they pitch for you and they're putting you in different spaces because
To make sure that you are making
that
income.
aligns with your brand, that aligns with your community. So like it's very important to know who are you making content for.
Yeah.
Because like if a brand reaches out and it don't matches with your page, it's gonna be like I'm not. Because one thing about me, like I don't care how much money it is. If it doesn't align with my page, I'm not posting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, for example, like if they ask for like some lingerie or something like that, I'm not.
No.
I know I'm not gonna post nothing in that.
Yeah.
Like my page have to look a certain way. I don't even play like that. So like you have to just know what you want your page to look
And
like.
what you're willing to do.
Yeah,
for,
what
for
you're
the
willing to
bag.
do. But yeah, a lot of people just think you just post 1 or 2 times and you're just gonna get money. No,
Yeah.
you gotta work for it. Like it's a lot. It's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that makes your page.
And a sub question to that: what platform is the biggest revenue? What platform has garnered the biggest revenue?
I personally think YouTube.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard that too. Like that YouTube beast is a hard beast
Yeah.
to tackle.
Yeah,
Because I'm like, my platform is YouTube
Mhm.
mainly, and I'm like trying to figure out how do you break into that algorithm? How do you
Yeah.
break into that world? How do you
Mhm.
even post consistently on YouTube?
Yeah,
Because
I think because when I first started on YouTube, it was very hard to be consistent because you genuinely have to make long form content and you have to edit. And edit don't just take 10 minutes.
at all.
Editing is
Shout
a
out to all the
whole
editors
day.
out there. Shout out to
I'm
my boy
telling
Julian
you.
because that is not an easy thing
Shout
to do.
out all of the editors because I don't be having the patience to edit.
And I do it myself sometimes too, and it's still annoying. It's
Yeah,
so annoying.
it's so much, but you genuinely just have to find a way to love it. Like you got to figure it out. But yeah, the YouTube it was hard to navigate just because just the being consistent part. But I mean, once you break through that, it's gonna be it's
Yeah.
gonna be easy. But I mean, I feel like podcasts are pretty big on YouTube.
Yeah,
though.
but it's like everybody in their mama, and their mama's sister, and their mama's cousin has a podcast.
yeah,
Everybody, like even when I decided to break into this podcast, where I was like, do I even want to do that? But it was a way for me to consistently communicate with my community,
Yeah.
and I'm big on mentoring, and I'm big
Yeah.
on like pushing people to do things. And it's
Yeah.
like, what can I do that would give me that platform to talk to
Mhm.
people consistently? And it's not just my mentees, but it's the
Yeah.
world. It's more, everybody. Because I don't feel like I'm just called to certain people. I feel like I'm called to people that I don't even know.
Yeah, because for me, like at one point, YouTube was my only income in high school.
Oh, wow.
Like I was only posting on YouTube, but then like when COVID hit, I was like, okay, let me get on TikTok.
That
Let me start being-
COVID,
COVID.
COVID either made you a beast or it proved that you was not.
Yeah.
Like-
COVID, I said, oh, everybody on their phones, oh, I'm getting to it. I'm not wasting no time. But I will say, once I got to college and like I actually had to do things on campus, it was so hard to balance
Yeah.
YouTube and being involved on campus. It was just a lot because I didn't know what to record, what not to record. It took a lot of time for real.
I know.
But I mean, you definitely make a lot of money on YouTube, and I think YouTube. Another thing I love about YouTube is like it's a consistent check. Like every month,
they running their check.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every month. So it's like you posting at least 3-4 times on YouTube. You gonna
And
get a good check.
so versus a TikTok,
Mhm.
how does that check? Does it not always come once a month, or is like they give it to you in quarters? What is that? What's the difference?
Yeah, so like TikTok, I think it's like every 3-4 weeks, or like I feel like it's kind of a month, but like TikTok check compared to YouTube check, it's a big difference.
Yeah, I heard that Facebook check starting to look
Facebook.
nice.
I mean, I'm not even on Facebook.
See,
I
you
might
probably
get
did
on
run.
there.
Yeah,
My mom was like,
my mother is a content creator,
yeah,
and she's on Facebook, and she gets her checks from Facebook.
Really, that's so cool. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people get on Facebook. I ain't on Facebook.
You know, Auntie them on Facebook.
Yeah,
but
My
Auntie
mama-
may
my
be
mama
into your makeup tutorials though. Auntie may be
I don't
into
know.
your
I
makeup
might get on there
tutorials.
because a lot of people have been talking about Facebook though.
Yeah, I know. I say, hey, no stone unturned. But we have a new segment in the Favorite Vic podcast that I want to introduce, and it's called Speak on It. And so how you do speak on it is I put out there on my social media platforms to submit questions or topics that you want to talk about, and then I pick one to speak on it just for about 2 minutes about that topic in our lives. And so the topic today is about misconceptions of what the word manipulation means. So a lot of people talk about manipulators, and it gets such a bad rep. It gets such a bad word. And me too. I thought that manipulation was a very bad word, and I was offended once I was called a manipulator. Somebody said that he's a manipulator, but they didn't say it to my face. You don't do that.
They don't do that.
They don't do that. They don't do it in your face. But I was called a manipulator, and I took very much so offensive because I think like such a negative term. And then I started breaking down like, hold up, like, so when you look up the word manipulation and say, well, people try to get you to think a certain way or be a certain way based on what their needs or what their wants are.
Yeah.
And so how I switched it around for me is like, if you want to call me a manipulator and I'm helping you, I'm getting you to think the best way to think for yourself, to grow you, to make you better. Hey, call me what you want to call me, whatever it is may be. So what do you think about when it comes to that word manipulation, and people say, oh, her page is a manipulation of like she's trying to get you to believe something that's not true?
Yeah, no. I just think like your page is a reflection of who you are as a person. So if they're getting you being a manipulator just for you just being your authentic self, that's a
problem.
That's a them problem. Because I don't know how are you getting that from my page.
I think influence. I think what they really want to call you is an influencer. Yeah. And I think that to be an influencer, it takes a certain. I feel like that's a God gift. Yeah. I don't feel like that's I feel like God gives people the power to influence people.
Exactly.
And I feel like where mine comes from is definitely from God.
Yes. Exactly.
And so if that is offending you, or you're trying to get somebody to believe something, you want to use that word to get them to understand or get them to think that this way about me, by all means, if it works, go hard. If it gets it done for you, go hard. And if it benefits them, go hard. But at the end of the day, I'm still gonna eat.
Exactly.
As you can see. I'm so excited to see what else you do. I'm so excited to see the journey you're on. And I love to follow such a positive spirit. And I'm not just saying that. The woman behind the page, y'all, she's a great person outside of the page. And that's what makes me even more want to see you win and want to see you prosper. I see hosting in your future. I see hosting in your future. I see things. I feel like that oddly enough, God put us in each other's life for a reason. And I'm excited to see where that relationship goes as well. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of the Favorite Vic podcast with my special guest, Trinity Anaya. Make sure you follow her on all platforms. Check out her YouTube, check out her TikTok, check out her Instagram. She's booming in the follower world, but it's actually good content. It's actually great content. I really love the one you did when you did the video from the long hair to the short hair. Yes. That was dope. That was dope. But thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, this is Purpose Driven Life. We love to talk about what's going on in your life, what's your purpose. And always, always, always remember the best leader works to make even better leaders.
Yes.
Until next time, it's your boy Fabe with the Fabe Effect Podcast. Signing out.